Hello, friends, and welcome to the Optimized Advisor Podcast, where we focus on optimizing the well-being and best practices of insurance and financial professionals today. On this show, our objective is to help you optimize your life, optimize your profession, and learn from other optimized advisors. I'm your host, Scott Heinila. We hope you enjoy the show. Welcome to the next episode of the Optimized Advisor Podcast. This is a very special edition today, a holiday episode with some very special guests. Nick, why don't you start by introducing yourself to the audience again and explain what you have going on here, please.
Yes, this is very festive, right? Very festive, Rudolph. Nick Bernatowicz, Planning Director, Optimized Insurance Planning. This
frequent guest of the Optimized Advisor Podcast.
6, 7, 8 times, yes. These are always the most fun. We've done the holiday one with the Zandbergen group a few times and drank a little wine. So today is going to be a fun one as well.
Go ahead.
Nice.
Kelly, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Kelly Hodges. I'm an executive assistant at Optimized Insurance Planning, and this is my first podcast.
Welcome.
Ever.
Welcome. There you go.
Rookie.
And last but not least, your second podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Melissa Heinila, and
who are you?
I'm your wife and
Coordinator. Yep.
Officially.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also official taste tester for
Official
today.
taste test, second podcast ever.
So get a little bit closer.
Second podcast ever.
Good.
Melissa simply needs to introduce herself as the one that makes Scott's world go round.
Mm-hmm.
That's how.
The many women
now
make
Kelly
this
is
world
back
go
in.
round.
Now that Kelly has come in and filling in for Danielle here,
It's 100%.
he has two.
It is 100% true.
It takes a village.
It's not an easy task. So today we're taking a little you said that we've done the wine tasting events with Bart. Bart, you're here in spirit. We love you. We appreciate you very much. We are not drinking wine today per se, or maybe one's a twist on wine. Okay. But this is a global cultural experience and journey that we're going to be going through to push the envelope for, I guess, tasting alcoholic drinks and pairing them with certain meals. Yeah, okay. This was Joe's idea, so thank you for this idea, where we're going to be introducing a few globally cultural drinks from around the world, talk a little bit about what they are, and pair them with some of the traditional foods that go along with those. And in between, we'll have a little conversation. I've got some questions keyed up for everybody that we can keep the party moving. Does that sound
Before
good?
we dive in, though,
Okay.
how often, this for everybody, do you venture outside your normal drink of choice or your normal few drinks of choice? Or like if you read a menu and you're like, that sounds good, I'm going to give it a whirl. What do you?
Why don't you answer that first, Melissa?
I don't venture outside of my drink of choice. Usually it's a
So you stick to
tequila
the tried and
in
true.
the warmer months and then bourbon in the cooler months. But I've now switched even to tequila in the cooler months, but it's a reposado, so it's
Or
made
an
like a
añejo.
bourbon or an añejo. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's made like a bourbon drink, so it's not.
So this will be a good experience for you.
Yeah.
You're going outside the comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Kelly?
I'm the total opposite. If I am at a bar and there's not a menu, it's an Aperol Spritz. But if there's a menu and they have specialty drinks, I am definitely getting a cocktail off the menu. And that's like a special, whatever funniest name or something that sounds really sweet. That's my go-to.
Do you have spirits that you seek, or are there flip side, are there spirits where you're just like, I'm not drinking that spirit?
I think I go for rum a lot.
Okay.
Like anything that's like coconutty or pineapple-y. I also like lavender. So sometimes, or often, I think recently there's been like a lot of lavender
Yeah.
cocktails. So I like that kind of thing. But I have nothing off limits.
No, Nick, go ahead and share your take, Nick.
I don't discriminate on any of
I don't know that that's
the
true.
alcohols. Now, I have my
Nick
go-tos.
thinks, okay, what's the gluten content in this drink? How many calories does this consist of? What's the healthiest choice?
True. 100%. I always have health focused first, right? So tequila is always a good intro. Wine is my go-to in all scenarios. But if I'm having a cocktail, I'm like Melissa, though. If it's hot out, tequila is the route. And if it's cold out, it's bourbon or whiskeys for me. Problem with bourbon or whiskey, you shouldn't be drinking too many of those. They put a dent on you. Whereas tequila, as you've said, it burns clean.
It does burn clean. As long as you're drinking the right tequila, it does
Correct.
burn clean. All right, so we have our first, let's dive into the first one here. We're going to do a little, I'm going to say kind of blind taste test, okay? So nobody knows what drink this is yet, and I'm going to give you multiple choice. And then, Joe,
Just
you
by
can
name?
help me with the food.
You're going just by name,
Yeah.
multiple choice?
Yeah.
This is going to be
So
difficult.
let's taste this here.
Okay.
And describe for the audience kind of what you see, what you smell, what you're feeling here as you look at this. It's dark like a beef stew, almost.
That's exactly what
I
it
was
looks
gonna
like.
say
A
beef
soup.
stew.
Broth.
It looks chunky.
Yeah, not stew,
Honestly.
not stew. A beef broth.
It
Cinnamon.
smells like oranges.
I don't know what
It's
the alcohol
definitely,
is.
it's hearty. This would be, my guess is a cold country,
Whoa.
like a cold climate
tastes
where
like
you
apple
want
pie.
to warm up inside.
Yeah.
Something you'd put.
It's
It tastes like
definitely
melted apple.
along
Can you-
the lines of
Can you identify the,
the spirit.
yeah.
I can take.
It's actually nice. I mean, it's interesting because it tastes like, what are those
What's the multiple?
coffees? Bulletproof coffee.
Oh, yeah.
It has a little
It's
bit
got
of
a little
it
of
has
the
butter.
the butter.
I
It's
will bet
making
you
my
there's
lips like
butter.
greasy.
Oily.
Yeah.
It's really good.
That tastes almost like
It's pretty good.
a brandy, like a brandy. That's my guess.
Okay, so now what do we have here paired? Well, do we want to try and guess the drink first and talk a little bit?
get the
Okay, so I'm gonna pass a little bit on the first name here because it's a little challenging to read. Actually, no, I won't. I'll just Foye Zangabola is option A.
Wow.
It is what we just had a Foye Zangabola. Don't answer yet. Coquito.
It's not that. I know what those are.
Is this wassail? Wassail is, and last but not least, hot buttered rum. I think we just gave our answer.
I
This is
think we
definitely hot
There's
buttered
definitely
rum.
butter in that. So
This is a country that lacks creativity
in
in
name,
how they name things.
pretty obvious. That's perfect
That's
describing
obvious.
that is like
That's a literal
bulletproof coffee.
definition of the name.
Yeah, it's like bulletproof coffee with
So
the
rum.
oil slick.
Yeah, it is.
But it's rum. Okay.
It
So-
does taste like a dessert. Like you wouldn't want to drink this with your dinner.
No,
Right.
after dinner drink.
like it's
Yeah.
really cold outside and we're snuggled by the fire.
Definitely.
Have you
Okay,
ever
so here we
considered
go.
putting butter in any cocktail?
No.
Never.
Never.
Raw
No.
egg, yes.
But
Yeah.
it adds to the heartiness to it, which
Correct.
makes sense to
And
me.
the creaminess. Yeah.
Yeah. So hot buttered rum traces back to colonial New England, where rum was abundant thanks to the region's active trade with the Caribbean. By the late 1600s, American colonists were distilling their own rum, and taverns became hubs for warm rum-based drinks during harsh winters. So, without reading any of this,
It makes sense.
yeah, I mean, we kind of pointed to some of these.
Yeah.
Butter was a readily available dairy product, and adding it along with hot water and spices helped create a richer, smoother, warming beverage. Early versions were essentially spiced hot rum toddies enriched with butter, making them especially comforting in cold climates. During the 1800s, hot buttered rum solidified its place as a traditional American winter drink, especially in the Northeast and Pacific Northwest.
Does it give you the
Makes
ingredients?
perfect sense. No, but for those who are interested, they can reach out to us, Joe in particular, Joe at optimizedins.com, and she'd be happy to help you with any of this information.
So
Okay,
creative-
recipes, history, the food pairings. So let's pair it with some food now. But go ahead, Melissa.
Creative in the sense that we've never thought to.
Yeah, they said it's a toddy. So
It's actually really good.
I've done hot toddies before, right? Where it's hot water, whiskey, honey
Oh,
and
yeah.
lemon, right? That's a hot toddy.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's that same concept and they're like, let's just throw some butter and
What is the?
Rum.
it's rum. Yeah.
Okay.
Be a dark rum.
It does not.
Caribbean.
Coconut. That's the only rum.
Oh, there's
taste
good
the
barrel aged rum out
Oh,
there in the
yeah.
world
Oh,
that
yeah.
tastes like whiskey.
Oh, okay.
Different altogether. These are barrel aged
colada.
spice
Yeah.
rum. They got bite. They're hot.
Okay,
They're
so
whiskey.
more for winter than summer.
They are whiskey. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try some of this, the pairings here that
Yep.
we have, which makes sense. This one here is your kind of fruit. What do they call that? A Christmas cake. A fruit cake, of course.
From across the way, it
But
looks
also,
like a salsa.
very commonly, this is something you get around the holidays. Yeah, okay. And then what is this? Just your typical cornbread? Okay, so we got cornbread, which makes sense, pairs with butter and cinnamon, kind of like pouring honey on top of the cornbread.
I am not
These are
cultured.
two of them?
I've never had fruitcake in my life. That's the
Really?
first time.
This is really.
I have
popular.
never had fruitcake either, and it is one of those things that is joked about
Mm-hmm.
on like TV shows and movies and stuff. Like, oh, who brought the fruitcake kind of
Right.
thing, and I kind of can see why.
Yeah, it's just a kitchen.
It's not
everything but the kitchen
actually-
sink. in
everything
here.
but the,
The
kitchen
savory-
It's
sink.
actually pretty good. I mean,
Butter and rum cut through the sweetness.
So in New Zealand,
Which
they
kinda
have
mellows
something
it
like
out.
this, but it sits out. You know, summer in New Zealand when we go visit there for Christmas time, and I don't love that they have this cake just sitting out on the counter. That
For
always
weeks on end.
like weeks,
Oh.
Ooh.
months. Like it lasts
How does it
a
not
long
mold?
time.
That's
This?
interesting.
Well, maybe
yeah,
that's
it's
more
pretty-
because it's rum
It's pretty
cake.
much this.
Maybe it has rum in it or something that keeps it from molding. But
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't love that either.
Okay.
Leaving anything on the counter for weeks on end
Yeah.
and then tapping into it.
Okay.
Okay, so would we say this
This is good.
Cornbread's good.
this drink is a hit?
This for me would be a once in a while when it's cold next to a fire drink.
Yeah, like Christmas Eve, kind of a thing,
Exactly
or-
right.
Or anytime during the winter, really. But it makes sense. That's a good choice. That's a great.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good drink.
With the butter though, it's super rich. So you're not drinking a lot of it or many of them.
I think it's too rich for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
as we're bringing in the second one, Kelly, why don't you share a little bit? When was the last time that you've celebrated Christmas in Texas?
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, probably 2 years ago
Oh.
because my husband's family is in Texas. So
That's less dramatic than I thought.
it's less dramatic, but as like in my mind of like a home, like my family in Texas,
Yeah.
that's been at least 9 years. Because my family moved to New York, I moved to California, and now we're back this year. So this will be this is actually mine and my husband's first year to host Christmas at our house.
Oh,
That's
wow.
So all
Wow,
the family's
ever.
coming to our house. Yeah, first time.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Congratulations. Are you
Thank
nervous?
you. No,
Excited,
I'm
just
excited.
excited.
I'm going crazy on Amazon ordering my rolling pins and bundt cake pans, all the things that we do tradition wise.
Oh, I'd like to hear
I have to
about
like
that.
stock my
Okay.
pantry.
Well, actually, this is probably your perfect Christmas that you're crafting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us
I'm
what that
crafting
is.
it. What is
your-
well, it
tell us
starts
your
like a
perfect
week
family
before
Christmas.
when you're doing gingerbread houses and making gingerbread cookies. And there's a recipe my mom always made that has, it's basic gingerbread, but then the icing is, I don't know, you use like powdered sugar and raw egg, and you don't cook it, and it hardens on there on the cookie so that you can decorate it and make it real pretty, and then it stays like hard on the cookie, and you can put sprinkles on it. And anyway, we made so many cookies growing up for Christmas, and those are the ones we left out for Santa. So we're definitely doing that at my house this year. Now I have a 2-year-old, so he's at the age now where he does get excited about Santa Claus. So we're definitely doing that. And then Christmas morning, we always have a sticky bun breakfast. And that's like a recipe from generations ago that's like written down on this little scratch piece of paper that now I only have a photo of, but it's like disintegrating and it's just delicious.
Wow.
But so we'll be making that at my house. Those are two big traditions that we don't skip. We never skip.
That's fantastic.
That is
Yeah.
great.
So how many will you have for Christmas? dinner or Christmas Eve dinner, whatever, whichever one is.
Just 8.
Oh, right. Yeah. Immediate family.
Immediate
Parent,
family.
Yeah, that's great. Good for you.
Yeah, we're excited.
Do you have an elf on the shelf in the house?
No. It's sort of a
Don't.
Good.
sort of
Don't do
a,
it.
it's sort of
Don't
a
do
point
it.
of debate. It's sort of a point of we always said no. Like before we had a kid, we said absolutely not. We're not an elf on the shelf family. But
That goes for a
now
lot
that
of
he's
things
getting
once you have a
excited and he's like into Santa Claus and he talks about Santa Claus, now we're like, oh, maybe we reconsider. He would get so excited about this, but
There will be many a mornings that you wake up and you're walking, you're like, oh, shoot, forgot the elf. And then you're like throwing it into the
wake up in
tree.
the middle of the night,
Yeah,
hot
exactly.
sweat and hitting Scott like, did you forget Fred? Did you want him?
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
It becomes
It's your
a
turn.
burden and a stressful
But
situation
it is a funny
for
thing to look back on now
really is.
as parents. And
The whole elf thing can get out of hand. You know,
Yes.
that's for sure. And it is a commitment. You're locked in for that journey.
yeah.
we have friends, mutual friends
more
that
so than Santa, I'd say.
yeah, that put calendars out on what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I just
Well,
don't
right.
have that
Well,
time.
we had a friend the kids went to school with, and she created a business where she sends hundreds or thousands of kits around the country, probably world now, and it's all done, and it has every single day
my
mapped
gosh.
out with the little things, the snowballs you need for the snowball fight, and all the scenes.
What
are
a good
mapped
business
out.
to help.
So each year does she make 25, different days, and then
Yes.
those
Comes with
25 goes to
letters
everybody.
Yes.
that you
Oh,
put-
okay.
Yeah.
And
cool.
it's everything down to one night, it's a scene where the elf is set up playing a lacrosse game, and it's got the 2 goals and the stick and lacrosse balls and a little made field. Another day, he's making a snowman. And so it's all the little things to make a little elf-sized snowman
Wasn't
with all the
always like
things.
that. Scott and I had to come up with things,
Mm.
and then about halfway through our elf
But-
journey, we came across that.
You learn this is
totally,
much
'cause she was
better.
in our
This is
community.
way
We just fell
better.
into it.
Yeah.
But it is an example of just how, like, I'm always fascinated by how people create a business. And this lady created a powerful
I'm
business
trying to remember what the name
by
of the
just
company was.
offering that service. There was a hole, right? People had a need. And some people just lack creativity or time or all the things. 'Cause, there'd always be the friend who would post on Instagram like, oh man, I wish I would have thought of that, you bastard. It was a great idea, and you
Yeah.
never would think. We would just do the normal stuff, hang him
Hey,
from the
here's-
lantern.
Exactly.
Here's a company plug: Crafty Holiday Helper.
There you
That's
go.
who
the
it
name
is.
of it. They moved from California to Tennessee, and that's what. Yeah, she has 42,000 followers and started in her garage.
Good for her.
It's a big business.
That's
Moving
awesome.
on. Okay, drink number 2 here. All right,
Drink
what do we
number
got?
2.
We have what looks like warm sangria. Okay,
Does
it's
look,
in a champagne flute.
Mhm.
What do you smell?
It definitely smells like sangria.
Smells like sangria. We have
So is
a
this-
fruit in the glass.
Whoa, that is way more syrupy than sangria, though. Interesting.
Smell the liquor, or like
Oh, it's very
it's-
spirit
yeah,
forward
I was
though.
gonna say, you get your nose.
Or maybe it's just the
before.
warmth of the liquor that's burning
know.
off a little bit,
This
or
must
is
be
it?
German if it's very spirit forward.
This would
Their
be
drinks
like
are really
this would be like mulled wine.
Oh,
I would.
It'd be like that. You put it in a crock pot, you cook it for hours, and you have booze and fruit and spices.
Okay.
sounds fantastic.
I don't know what that would be called though. out
So
of those lists.
what's your initial response to the taste? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
I don't like hot alcohol.
So
That's
like hot
me.
toddies, you're not really your thing?
I,
Interesting.
for
How about
whatever
you?
reason, I'm just not a big fan of hot alcohol in general.
I think because
I
we've
like
never
it.
had a cold winter.
I know that's probably true in life.
In
We'd be in
life.
sandals and
Yeah.
during Christmas.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
probably
mind
true.
this drink. I'm not going to drink more than I think this would be really great as like a welcome drink. Something someone could pretty
Holiday party
Holiday
kinda thing.
party. You can sugar the rim and
Put some
then,
rosemary in
put
it,
some
like a
rosemary,
little-
and then everyone kind of moves on to what they're going to drink for the rest of the day. I wouldn't really say this is going to be my all night.
Yeah,
drink.
I'll have 2
Yeah.
now.
But if you think, like, if you're in a place where it snows, a Either one of these drinks are fantastic. They're,
If
they'll,
you're in for a long winter, right?
yeah, exactly.
Makes a lot of
Our
sense.
poor friends in Michigan, this is a great drink for them.
All right. So is this the wassail? Am I pronouncing that correct, Joe? Wassail? Wassail. I want to do it the proper respect. Is this the coquito?
It's not
No.
that one.
Or is this the foye zangabola?
So bowl of ball.
I can't really tell what word.
I say it's the
know.
first one.
You're saying wassail.
I think
So
that's
Nick
what
says wassail.
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 Don't know. None of those seem like that's what this is.
You cannot call a lifeline. You're without an answer.
Who would you even call?
All right, I'm gonna go with the
Bola.
the foye zangabola.
The bola.
So Joe, drum roll. Which one is it?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Which
Wow.
the cue also should have been, which I presume this is paired with. Now we can tell the audience. A salami.
Charcuterie.
Okay, if I saw the way
I
it
guess
was
these are
spelled.
probably
Beets.
beets.
Pickled beets.
You got mustard and
Kraut.
sauerkraut. So that's a telltale of some German culture, I would guess. So this drink, I'm going to say that now, roots can be traced back to punches served at German student parties
Oh, there you
since
go.
the mid 1700s, especially the popular Krambambuli, which I have no idea what that is. This was a nickname German students gave to a flaming cocktail so beloved that it earned its own song in 1745. Oh, okay. So yeah, Joe, you did think about doing the flaming cocktail. Thank you for not, and from a fire and safety standpoint.
For the record, the mugs that we would have done the flame in are still.
Got it.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow, that would have been
Pony
fun.
Express.
To be continued.
While the lyrics fail to describe the drink's ingredients, introductions in German songbooks of the mid 1800s describe a bowl of rum and sugar that was set aflame. As the students sang, the sugar caramelized and created a drink of syrupy consistency that was ladled into glasses.
I
That
would.
makes sense.
It's super syrupy.
It is syrupy. Yeah. It
I
is
would
something
almost
you
say
kids.
this would be something you could even put in a glass of Prosecco just to
Ooh.
like a dropper of it so it has a little holiday color, but it's not drinking it completely. Because
This
it's a
glass,
little, it's a little,
It is kind of
amazing.
one of those things where it's like before my taste buds have developed from a spirit standpoint, where a perfect example, like when you first start drinking as a, I'm going to say 21-year-old, because nobody would drink prior
Ever.
to age 21.
No.
You
Not
start
allowed.
with things like, I'm going to age my Zima. You know what Zima is?
Mhm.
Or Sutter Home.
White Zinfandel.
Yeah, White Zinfandel.
Boone's Farm.
Boone's Farm.
Boone's Farm.
Yes,
The strawberry flavor.
that was probably the best example.
Yep, that is.
And then you're like, maybe I should try a wine that isn't so sweet. Okay, so it's a red Zinfandel with brandy, and then it's slow cooked with fruit in spices. So fruit and spices in a
Mulled
crock
wine.
pot
There
is
we
how
go.
you would make that.
The only
Again,
difference is you're adding booze. Like from a mulled wine, you're just adding booze too.
Yeah. All right, so what would we pair this with here, Joe? We've got our salami, our biscuit, all the other things here. And then take another sip. Build your own, okay.
You know, that
Have
example
you tried
just
any of this, Nick?
Yeah, that example you just gave of, taste buds mature. Because me and Brittany have been together since we were kids, right? She was 15 when we started dating. Didn't drink anything like at all. First wine, my family, Italian family, you've heard the story on the podcast before, but family big into wine. So she would come over for holiday dinner, even when we were in high school, and our family, always Christmas tradition, you have wine with our dinner. And she wouldn't touch it. And it would always be white Zinfandel that she would want to have so she at least had some wine. And now she like barely drinks anything other than big bold reds, and she'll have whiskey, and it's hilarious how that does happen over time.
So how many Christmases have the two of you celebrated together then?
So
Do the math. You're 41 now.
Yeah, well, I'm going off of hers because she's 40, so 25 years, 25 Christmases.
We got him beat.
Yeah.
Bam, by one, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
There hasn't been one we've missed in all that time, which is good, even through college years and all that.
Yeah.
And most of it was like in high school and stuff, we would split with her parents. And then as the kids have grown up and grandkids have grown up and siblings have moved away, it really just became my family that we are doing it over the last few years.
Okay,
mainly.
so what's one of the most memorable Christmases that you can reflect on and share that story?
Yeah, so I have 3 siblings. I'm the baby of 3, right? My nearest sibling is 7 years older than me. They all are similar in age. They're all within about 6 years of each other. So my 2 sisters and brother, wives, my brother's wife and my 2 sisters all had kids around the same time. So I don't even remember how long ago this was, but we were at my parents' house and all of us are there. And my siblings are there and all their new babies. And at the time, my aunt came over as well, and she had 2 kids at the same age. So there were 7 kids under the age of 3 in a household for Christmas together. And it was great until it wasn't. And then it turned into just absolute mass chaos of just screaming, and presents didn't get opened. It was this Christmas Eve. We would always do it on Christmas Eve. Our family has a different kind of tradition on Christmas Day. But so it was always Christmas Eve with family, and it was just absolute chaos. And I'll never forget it to this day. Brittany was at that. And even to this day, Brittany's like, it's the most memorable Christmas ever. Not for good reasons, but just one of those things where it's
I never stipulated memorable
in a good or bad way.
Just most memorable.
Right. Exactly right. So that was a very memorable one that even my siblings, we always crack up over it. Like, what a crazy time in life. And my brother was living in Wyoming. He still lives in Wyoming. But so for him to be there with his 2 was rare. To have my aunt in, like everybody was living all over the place even then, 20 some years ago. So yeah, it was pretty memorable.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, very fun. Now it's funny to look back, we just all got together for the first time in 15 plus years for my mom's thing. And to see them all, now they're all out of college. They all have, boyfriends or fiancés, or they've moved on from that stage that I'm talking about of this little baby phase to now these are like grown adults.
Any tantrums?
Still tantrums, yep. When they ran out of booze at the pool party, they got very upset. It's wild that we're in that stage of life where my nieces and nephews are, they're older than some of our employees, which is crazy because they were 1 and 2 and 3 at that party.
Right.
Yeah, fun times.
I'm going to share one of our stories, which Melissa, I'll let you. Now, I'll let you can share another story, but you spent most of your Christmases up in your grandparents' Lake Arrowhead cabin.
Every Christmas.
Yeah, since you and I have been together, we've also done the same. And the one that's hilarious, which actually bleeds into New Year's, but the way that it worked was, you'd wrap all the presents at home, and we'd load all the gifts up into the cars to go up the mountain in Lake Arrowhead, and Grandma and Grandpa were there, and they had everything all set up beautifully, and the cabin was like, it'd be like if somebody vomited for 6 months straight Christmas. And it's Christmas. I mean, every square inch of the house is Christmas.
You couldn't put your glass down on the table because there was Christmas stuff all over it that they had collected over the years. So we call it the Christmas cabin because after a while there was just so much Christmas, you wouldn't take anything down in between. And if you went up to visit in the summer, there'd still be Christmas up there.
Oh, it's
so
just all
essentially
the time
it was just
Christmas.
always
Wow.
Christmas. My grandma loved Christmas. And she wouldn't let us come in the cabin. They'd always go before, and we couldn't come in until everything was perfect. And then she'd like open the door and be like,
Wonderland.
Christmas.
Yeah, beautiful fresh
That's
tree.
amazing.
It was very special. It was very memorable. There was one Christmas though, however, where we were there and everything was going fine and good. You know, a lot of cooking and drinking and hanging out with the kids and all this games.
Yeah.
We would do not Pictionary. Charade. It's like charades.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Wow.
all of a sudden, Melissa's not feeling too well. And when I say she came down with the bubonic plague, it was like the plague. She was so sick. And then it went from Melissa to James, where we would leave Christmas and go down the mountain, and then we'd recirculate to go to the place, New Zealand for New Year's, because it's the middle of summer.
Quickly unpack, repack, sometimes just within a couple hours, and we'd head to the airport at LAX to get on the 12-hour flight to go to New Zealand.
Yeah, because in LAX, the flights go out at, let's just say 9 p.m., 10 p.m. at night, and you fly all night, and then you're there in New Zealand. Well, we're at the airport. She's not great, but she's not bubonic conditions anymore.
I thought it was, yeah.
And all of a sudden, our oldest son starts throwing up at the airport as we're checking in. We get on the plane because we're thinking, okay, maybe it's just one and done. He sits in his seat, vomiting, and they're closing the doors on the plane. And I'm like, pack up your shit. We're getting out of here. We're getting off this plane. This is not going to work.
They're like, sorry,
at all.
sir, the door's
closed, and we're stuck in this plane. Now, thank the
In
Lord,
his car
James
seat.
just slept through the flight from that point
he was
forward.
Your son's age.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that
so
breaks
he was
my
in the car
heart.
Holy
seat.
cow.
And we thought initially when he threw up at the airport that, because I thought, I didn't know I had the flu because I didn't feel flu. So I thought, oh, I just ate something. Everyone else was fine. And it was like,
Yeah, it was like
Anyways.
food poisoning sickness.
and he always
you know?
gets motion sickness on the way to the airport. So I was, oh, okay, we've got motion
be that,
sickness.
yeah.
Ooh, well, timing's a little interesting. Okay, well, we're here. Let's go with it.
And then
oh my god.
We got to New Zealand, and it went from
every person.
every single person got it in the entire
That was a
family over
memorable
the next of the week.
Christmas. for
That was a
us.
memorable.
See, it
one.
doesn't have to be happy memories
No.
like Kelly's over here. We can have some challenging things that make
Yeah.
it very memorable.
Totally.
Leave
That's
it to
part
the
of it.
girls to come up with all the good memories.
Uh-huh. Yep.
It was dramatic, nonetheless.
It's memorable.
Okay, here we go. Next one. We got it. It's paired with a cookie, some kind of a biscuit cookie kind of thing.
Interesting.
This is like
Interesting.
a coconut-looking creamy drink. Would be my.
Oop. That's
That's the coquito.
That's liquor 43 and
Ooh.
the other ingredients.
Delicious.
No?
Whoa, that is
Not?
like a milkshake with
That's what
liquor.
it smells like.
Delicious.
It's like a winter version of
It's
a
a
pina
coconut.
colada.
Do you like pina colada?
Oh, that
Love,
does.
yes.
That is coconutty.
Yeah,
is
it's
that
good.
nice? Do you like that?
That's
Again,
it's-
would you drink a glass of this or just
This
a few
is your
sips?
dessert.
This
But
would
I
be
would-
like
I would
I would
finish
drink
this.
a glass of this for dessert. Yes.
Now, what I would do with this is like a dark chocolate ice cream. Drizzle a little bit of this on top.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Or put it over bread pudding.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Bread
Or
pudding's my
the
favorite.
special French toast
Oh, in the morning.
in the morning. A
We
baked
always- for
French
Christmas,
toast.
We
You
always
could
have
drizzle
baked
this on.
French toast.
We're talking.
So that
There you
everyone can
go.
be opening up presents and it's already prepared and in the oven, ready to eat instead of someone having to get up and cook breakfast.
That's a good traditional
Yeah.
thing food to
Same
do.
That
with your
you do.
sticky pudding. Same
Loaded
kind of
with-
thing, right? It's already done beforehand.
Yeah, you make it the night before and it sits on the counter, and then all you do Christmas morning is pop it in the oven.
Yeah.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, our
so
Christmas day is a little more involved in cooking.
So this is a cookie, like a biscuit wafer kind of thing. You like that?
Ooh, that's chocolate.
Is it gingerbread? You can't tell. Oh, it's good.
Oh wow. Okay, so this
Okay,
is
I want to dip it in here. How's
this
that?
is
Can
coquito.
you do that?
You're free. You can
Oh, that
do what
looks
you
good.
want. Go big. So,
Okay, let's
so
try it.
this
There
would be
you go.
coquito.
That's my guess.
It is.
Oh,
Good guess, Nick.
Well,
I like
The
the
word
dip.
coquito means little coconut.
Mm-hmm.
And is a traditional holiday cocktail that originated in Puerto Rico, but is you like the spin there with that? Rick would be
Cultured.
proud of me.
he
Rick
would,
would be proud of
he
me.
would say it just like that.
But is made in the Caribbean as well as parts of South America. Coquito has a rich tradition in Puerto Rico and is an important part of the holiday season from Thanksgiving to New Year's Day. Cherished recipes are unique to each family, and those recipes are proudly handed down generation to generation. In Cuba, the coquito is served with scoops of coconut ice cream.
Ooh.
I would
See?
think
Spot
chocolate.
on.
I would prefer chocolate, but and in the Caribbean, it's made with coconut juice, which makes for a much lighter drink. The Spanish version is served with torrón, a confectionery dessert much like nougat and made with honey and almonds.
Wow. So it's a dessert. It is a dessert after dinner type drink.
Yeah, an aperitif. Right?
No,
I would
isn't that
encourage
pre?
you to dip
No, that's
it
pre.
Aperitif
into the
pre.
drink,
That's pretty
'cause
yeah,
that
yeah.
was-
I'm sorry. I was testing your
delicious.
knowledge.
Yeah, we got it. No, that's my favorite of the three thus far. To the point I could drink that. Like I
Melissa.
could drink it.
I could sip that a little.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a,
like
a
a
shot
dessert.
glass worth of
Like a
it, or
poured
maybe
glass worth.
Yeah, so for our family from Thanksgiving, right? Any of our major holidays, but Thanksgiving for sure, and then Christmas for sure. It's a big wine like lineup.
bold red wine.
Well, no, because you'll start the day with champagne and you'll progress to a Riesling or some light white and then progress through it
Okay.
all the way. Now, that doesn't mean we're like drinking 8 bottles of wine, throughout, but as a family, we are progressing through.
Yeah.
But yes, when we get to the end stages, it is always a big bold red or a Chianti or something like that. Like
Okay.
Christmas will be Chianti, and then we'll end with some type of drink like that, like this.
Got it.
It'll
Okay.
be Bailey's and bourbon or something like that. Yeah.
Do your family, I mean, do you have a traditional drink, Kelly, that your family would drink or no?
Not really, because we all like different things.
Yeah.
My mom is a wine drinker. My dad likes scotch. I like cocktails, things like that. We make, I think they're called B52s. Have you ever had those? You put them in a small glass. I'd have to look up what's in them, but we make them every year, and they're layered, so you can see the 3 layers of whatever goes inside of them. And we make those every Christmas.
So that's a traditional drink. Oh, right. Good for you. That's fun. We need to look that up. What the heck is in it? Can you look that up, Joe, while we're... No? Okay.
Are they
B52. Never heard of
Let
it.
me look it up. Or it
Yeah,
might be
look
called
it up.
something different.
What about... Tom and Jerry.
So growing up, it was always a Tom and Jerry. We'd have it in a little tiny cup, and then for
A little coffee
dessert,
cup.
right? Didn't we have it for
It was
dessert?
more like an afternoon
Or-
treat.
Oh, afternoon treat. Yeah. Well, that mean the cabin and my grandparents and Christmas, the afternoon treats were called Yum Yum. And it was basically homemade frosting, which not like the Betty Crocker frosting thing, but not even just a lot of sugar. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
And
One
you put them
thing.
in between graham crackers, and it was why that was so special. But
Yeah,
when
for
you're a
her
kid-
grandparents, there was never too much sugar. around.
yeah.
That's
I
me
would
too.
think that's all of our grandparents.
Yeah.
That is a very common thing.
Well, I
right?
can remember. This is just a quick sidebar. Like, I remember he was a great man, Papa, her grandpa, great guy. But he would serve fruit, a bowl of strawberries, let's just say, and then he would drizzle sugar all over the bowl of
sugar.
fruit. I'm like, Papa, what are you doing? You just took a really nice bowl of fruit. And he's like, well, that's how it tastes so much better, you know?
Amplified it.
My grandma would do the same thing, but she would leave it in the fridge in water. It would be sugar water, and the strawberries would be soaking in sugar water in the fridge at all times. So you just go in there, and then you just get some Cool Whip with that, and that is what they would serve.
Man. My grandma made homemade fudge, which we didn't get the recipe from her when she passed. So we're going to have to try and recreate it. It's on the list this holiday. But it was so much sugar that you would bite into the fudge and you could still like taste the crunch
sugar.
of the
Yeah,
sugar
you would have to
crystals.
chew through the sugar in the fudge. Is how much was
we
on
might
it.
alter it just a little bit so it's actually
But like you think of these stories and what we're talking about right now, like what are the most memorable things of the holidays?
Being
It's
together.
and the traditions that have been passed on,
Yeah.
right? Even if they're the most silly traditions
Yeah.
that you're saying. You're like, right, the sugary fudge that probably is not the best fudge you've ever had, but that memory, right? And I think for me, the only thing I ever want to do is spend time with family and cook manicotti on Christmas Day. That's it. I don't want to do anything else. Like those are the core memories of Christmas, right?
And make sure you continue doing that.
And then that's the thing. So you know, as your aged parents and grandparents pass away and take one of their traditions and you want to keep it going and keep passing it down because our kids now remember what they did too. And so.
Yeah, exactly.
B52.
For the record, yeah, B52 is equal parts coffee liqueur like Kahlua, Irish cream like Bailey's, and orange liqueur like Grand Marnier.
Ooh, it's
That
just
sounds delicious.
So it's
boozy-
equal 3 parts.
a
Yeah.
boozy little
delicious.
trifecta.
Okay, Melissa, do you have a memorable Christmas?
Oh, I think we touched on a lot of them, but I think the most memory I have is our Christmas cabin, which we touched on, was 3 stories. So all the kids would be on the bottom floor for the night before Christmas, and my grandparents were on the middle floor, and they would go out and they'd get everything ready. And this was the 80s and 90s, so my grandpa had this huge camcorder. I mean,
It was OG, like
Yeah.
Zach
like
Morris?
the big camcorder.
exactly.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
original phone, like a sat phone.
And so he had to.
This was
we
like
had
that
to,
camcorder.
We had to wait at the bottom of the stairs as kids. We couldn't go up. We had to wait at the bottom of the stairs until Papa was ready for us. And the camcorder was hooked up, and the
With the
red light
strobe
was
light.
going,
That's so
and we had a
cute.
strobe light, like a surprise
Strobe light.
Yeah.
for our Christmas mornings.
Yes.
And we'd walk and then say, okay, and we'd just run up the stairs, and then it would be Christmas. All the biggest gifts were put out for us, and it would just be a big old surprise, which they obviously love doing. And that's the most memorable, and that was every single year. And we do
Are
it.
those videos
Yeah, we need-
still in circulation, and can they be viewed?
Well, we're going to need to put them into a different format. So
Yeah.
we thought about, 10 years ago, putting them into DVD and spending the time. Well, good thing we didn't, because we don't even own a DVD player anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So now it would be onto what
Digital
format?
files.
Yeah,
Well, they're full
just-
VHS tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there has to be something that extracts that and puts it into a
It
digital
would be
file
really nice
now.
to put it into a format where you could put a reel together of some sort and just watch it every year on Christmas, like to some degree. Like
My-
the kids could see it and
Exactly. My brother-in-law just did that. He took all the family VHSs and gave everybody a flash drive with all of them on this one drive,
Wow.
and
Oh,
which I
wow.
think would be, if you had the time, such an
that's
amazing
it.
gift.
That's
Yeah.
the hugest gift
I'm
you
like,
could
this
ever
thing
get.
is so precious to me. These were all of our
Yes.
VHSs from growing
Absolutely.
up.
To the family, that's priceless.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough to come across my grandfather when he passed. He had like the old school slides, like the slideshow, thing with the little, and he had thousands and thousands of these little plastic slide pictures that you slide in and you just on the projector, and we got to look through that. And in one of the Christmases 5, 6, 7 years ago, it was a crazy experience to see my dad as a kid with all these and my grandparents. Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, we got
It is really cool to go back and look at old videos like that. I mean, I'm going to go way off the map here, but it is interesting. Have anybody watched the Charlie Sheen documentary
Yes.
that just came
Not
out?
yet.
It's wild.
it is wild.
This guy's life. But I say that all to say part of the introduction of kind of the lead into what led to all of the wreckage and drama in his life, which he's now very open about, was born in his acting career himself as a kid. And there's a ton of video content of he says one of the greatest gifts I ever got was this camcorder I got, and him and his buddy, his main buddy down the street was
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn, thank you.
And then his brother, Emilio.
And his brother Emilio. And they spent all the time just acting and basically replicating what their father was in movies doing at the time. What's his name? Sheen
Martin.
Martin, thank you. And the raw footage is pretty incredible to watch. I just be able to go back in your own personal level, look back at that footage. It would be pretty emotional.
Especially since a lot of them aren't with us anymore. So.
Yeah, it'd be pretty emotional.
Exactly right. Yeah, going through that. All right. How many more do we have?
This is it. Last one.
Oh, this
This
is
is
our
the
last
grand
one.
finale. Grand finale.
Hey. Warm.
This is wassail.
And it
So WASSAIL.
Might as well read it off.
I will. Thank you for that suggestion. from the oh gosh, okay. So wassail from the Old English Weiss, WAES, hail, HAEL, meaning be in good health. Oh, there you go, Nick. This must be healthy drink.
This is my drink.
Began as a toast shared at mid-winter feasts in early Anglo-Saxon England. Over time, it came to refer both to the warm, spiced ale or cider served from large communal bowls and to the tradition of wassailing, singing or visiting door to door in exchange for food and drink. In cider-making regions, wassailing also meant blessing apple orchards in January by singing to the trees and pouring wassail at their roots to encourage a good harvest. Today, wassail is enjoyed as a festival holiday drink, and the custom lives on in modern caroling and orchard celebrations. So I'm sure we've tasted this before,
must be apple
right?
then, right?
It's basically an alcoholic apple cider would be what.
Okay, well, we have to start with a cheers. since
Cheers.
That's what we have to do. It said so.
Exactly.
Merry Christmas
Cheers.
Cheers.
and happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy New Year's. This is meant to be a festive episode to celebrate the year.
Ooh, that is like
delicious.
juice. That is like very
I like it.
mild and easy
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
drinker.
So what do we have here, Joe, to pair it
Yummy.
with? Fennel, you said?
Mince pie.
Oh, mince pie.
Ooh, interesting.
No, that's good. Let's see here. Mince pie. Here you go, Melissa. Mince
So it must
pie.
be really cold
Thank you.
in a lot of these places
Yeah.
during winter, right?
Yeah, what's
Because
interesting,
they're all-
although the coquito, no, because that'd be Puerto
Puerto
Rico.
Rico,
Yeah,
but
that's the only one that isn't.
You said it wrong.
Really good.
Yeah, I did. My apologies.
Oh, is this like,
Mince pie. No,
yeah.
mince pie, yep.
I like it.
Shortbread.
It tastes like cake.
Got it. Yeah, it's almost like a gingerbread kind of cookie
Ooh,
or
those
shortbread cookie.
Those pair nicely. Yeah, I would say that coquito is, for me, any of the listeners want to give one a whirl of like a easy, approachable drink, probably to make easiest of all of them because you don't have to heat or anything. It's probably that one.
I think my favorite is the buttered rum.
Ooh,
Yeah.
You like that?
warm
Yeah.
buttered rum.
That's the winner for me.
So you've shared some of your traditions or what you're going to be doing, your ideal Christmas, which is the one you're going to have here in a few weeks.
Yep.
What is the memorable Christmas that popped out in your mind?
It's just a very short like blip in my memory that I have. It's such a vivid thing. I have an older brother and a younger sister, but we're all very close in age. And growing up on Christmas Eve, we would all sleep in the same bedroom. Like my brother would get in a sleeping bag on the floor, and just because it was so fun to like anticipate together. And my mom always said you can't come down before 7 because they wanted to sleep, but we would be up at 5:30, like ready to open presents.
Yeah.
So we would get up early and we would just watch the clock, and we would like get in running positions and like sprint downstairs the second the clock turned 7 o'clock. And I just remember one Christmas, the presents were overflowing under the Christmas tree, and all the Christmas tree lights were on, and like we had these weird like foyer lights that were really dim but very pretty when it was dark, and so it was still dark outside in the morning, and those were on, and there was a white tutu hanging and a purple tutu hanging for me and my sister to play dress up in. And I just have this like vivid memory of coming down the stairs and seeing that and feeling like it was so magical. It like my heart was like Santa was here. And
That's cool.
It just like looked so beautiful with the presents like going all into the living
Perfect
room
lighting.
and perfect lighting and the dazzles on the tutus, and just like there was something that just made my heart jump that Christmas, and I just will always remember that feeling.
I call those postcard memories because it's almost like a picture. It's a picture you could almost paint in your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would imagine, for all of us, the things that we remember most are those magical moments. Those little snapshots that really, really do it. And it is the people you're with and those things that matter the most.
The greatest thing about the cabin is that we were all together and somewhere, and we didn't leave. Like no one came later or left early. We were there. So if you were bored, you didn't just hop on your phone. You just started up a game, and we had lots of different games played. Gestures. That was
Gestures, yeah.
Yeah.
Or God forbid, you were just bored.
or you're just bored.
Oh, impossible for our kids nowadays to
Yeah.
be bored.
Right.
They still try and use that adjective, but it's like, you can't fool me.
When people start getting on their phones, we have forced family fun, which is getting out a board game or getting out a game like that, and people are hesitant to join, and then it always ends up being the
best.
funnest time. Yeah.
That's
That's
great.
at like bigger family gatherings.
All right, so now that you don't have the cabin, how do you recreate that magic? Now that everybody lives elsewhere, not in the same state, how do
It's
you?
honestly not as good as ever
Yeah.
having everybody together. I mean, I think
We're
if
the
you
same.
wanted to create it, you'd either have to have a house with a lot of guest space, which we have because of that. We want people to be able to come, and I wanted my brother and his kids and my mom and anybody, your sister and anyone who wants to come, we have space for. But you'd almost have to book a house that you went to every year somehow.
You got to have that.
You have
place.
to have a place that everyone can spend the night and stay over, because you just get those mornings that you can all be getting up in your
you.
pajamas and having coffee. You get the late nights instead of, we should leave because of traffic.
Yep.
Now you're breaking out the games and
Yeah, it really becomes, it needs to be set in stone, scheduled, and it has to be committed by everybody.
Yeah.
Because, my 4 siblings, Brittany's siblings, we're in so many different states, it never happened without one person saying, here's where we're going to be every year, and everybody commits to it. It's almost impossible now.
well, even getting someone to host is hard now. So
Yep.
because it just seems it is a lot of work, but if no one volunteers to host, then that's even harder.
So funny too, you sitting through this story, talking to our advisors and their stories, it's all the same. Everybody deals with the same or similar situations, right? Traditions are slightly different, but it's all the same. It's all the same stresses. It's all the same issues. So it's like
How do we
sometimes,
create an issue-free
Right.
environment for our kids? I want them to want to come for Christmas every year, and I want their significant others' families to come for Christmas. I want just like the biggest.
yeah, because those
party.
are your best memories. You
Yeah,
think about those.
It is if you're together, and I guess if we'd had to, we'd go state to state and visit our kids, but I would not love that.
Nope, you need to buy a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
That's what has to happen. You gotta be
Yeah.
up in the mountain. Come on,
Exactly.
Scott.
Yeah.
A gathering spot.
Right? You
Yep.
gotta have the gathering spot.
You
All
never
right,
realize.
we have one more treat here, it looks like.
Hey.
We do have one more treat. What is, and this is also to pair with the current drink, or yeah, okay. It's really, really good. So it's this little
Oh,
kind
did
of-
you already try it before we did?
I did. I had a few of them. I
You
snuck a
cheated.
few. I did. It's actually really nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
and spicy.
Oh yeah, that's tasty.
I would eat this any time of the day. And any time of the year, by the way, for that matter. And I'd probably drink it with wassail.
Yeah, that's a good little bite there.
What's your favorite drink, Nick? Let's wrap this up here. Conclude your
It's the coquito.
coquito. Okay, and yours is the
Buttered rum.
The buttered rum. And you have a
I'm
thing,
going to
Melissa?
go with coquito as well.
Coquito.
Cheers, Nick.
Okay.
Cheers.
I'm gonna
Spicy.
wassail it up.
Hi.
Wassail.
Wassail.
Okay.
Yep. It's
Good
very
on
good.
ya.
Well, thank you all for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for tuning in. You did much better the second time.
Oh, thank you.
The first time was actually, I'm not sure Melissa quite knew what she was getting into with the podcast. And it was with a
I
counselor.
never know what I'm getting into with him. He's like, just show up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, it was a lot different too, because I did have, what is she, marriage?
Family marriage counselor.
Family
Yeah.
marriage counselor,
So
psychologist.
show up. We don't know what we're doing, and let's talk about our marriage in front of everybody. That's super fun.
Now everybody can go back and listen to that episode
Right.
after this one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting I always have the greatest ideas, but I do regularly have ideas, and that was one of them.
Have ideas.
Yeah.
Somehow I get looped into those ones.
How many episodes have you done at OAP?
I don't know. 180, yeah. We need to do something for our 200th.
There you go. You're getting close.
We're
Congratulations.
getting close, 200, yeah.
We got a big 200 coming up.
This was a fun one.
Maybe we can
Yeah,
wait
just
till we're
casual.
in the new office.
I think that'll for sure be the case with the normal cadence. Anyways, we thank you all for tuning in to this just fun episode. This is hopefully more entertaining, maybe a little bit informational. If you want to try some of these holiday drinks or the pairings, reach out to Joe at optimizedins.com. And like always, we thank you for tuning in. Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Please subscribe, like, share, leave a comment, or review. Be sure to check us out on social media at Optimized Advisor Podcast. Till next time.